This is One-on-One. Back by popular demand. Look at you see yourself on camera. Yeah, you look great, don't worry. Tina Nocera is the author of Parents Ask, Experts Answer, Nurturing Happy, Healthy Children, and the founder of Parental Wisdom. How you doing?
I am doing well. How are you doing?
Okay, yeah, I just was talking to you before we got on camera about our beautiful 4 children.
Congratulations.
Yes. From going on 4 to 22. Nice range, huh?
That's a great range. You're just experiencing the whole gamut, aren't you, Steve?
Yes, and I'm a perfect parent. Did you know that?
You did say that the last time. I reran on tape, yeah. You still are a perfect
I'm the
parent.
worst. No, I'm a struggling parent like most. So we struggle with issues of discipline, bullying, friendship, peer pressure, video game. I added video games, sibling issues, rejection. What are the top issues?
Top issues are the evergreen issues that everybody faces. You know, you have a little baby, you know, and you just think, oh, this is going to be wonderful and everything's marvelous and I'm going to do it better than everybody else. And then the reality sinks in and then you have the same problems as everyone else. So it's the typical things. It's sleeping, it's eating, it's sibling rivalry, all those things. But what we did with the book is...
by the way, book designed for kids, what ages?
Kids ages 2 to 6.
2 to 6?
It's actually, Griffin Press is actually an early childhood education. They came to me and they said, you know what, we really want to help parents. So what could we do? And they knew the Parental Wisdom patented concept, which is, you know, multiplicity of opinion. Because
no one answer?
No one answer. There is multiple expert answers. So you, Steve, who are the real expert in knowing your children, you get to say, well, that's right. And you have 4 kids, so you might say, I like this answer for child 1, this answer for child 3. So that's what we've done. And it's really encouraging because to do that, you have to be an intentional parent. Because everybody else, I'm going to come to you. Intentional.
Go ahead.
Well, you know, you could say to me, I'm having this problem, what should I do? And I'll give you an answer, but that may not work. As an intentional parent, you have to say, I have to really gather as much as I can, and I'll figure it out.
Give me an example. Give us an example.
Give us an example. Okay, so let's just say sleeping. Now.
Okay, so our daughter's right in the middle.
Right.
For us, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Is it okay that she doesn't sleep and then she can't sleep in her room and sometimes she comes in our bed? Okay or not? Give me the answer.
That's okay.
Come on, give me the answer.
My opinion, you're not getting me there. My opinion is that what's your message? What do you want to do? So you really have to think about your values. And here's a great example. That's actually why I started this whole thing many years ago. I read Ferber's How to Get Your Child to Sleep Through the Night. You know, $15 later, 3 nights sleep. Don't worry about the $15. I can't get the 3 nights sleep back. And I said, I don't agree with this guy at all. And people love him. I didn't, because I thought about it. The intentional part is, I thought about what's my message. My message is, I'm off duty. And I didn't like that. But I also need to sleep. You know, you need to get a good night's sleep. So my own solution was, you can come in the room, get your pillow, get your blanket, and sleep on the floor, because I really need a good night's sleep. So to me, it was I'm there.
I like that.
Yeah.
How about the fact that I kind of like her right there, and she makes me feel better, and it's kind of nice, but then I want her out. That's not fair. Because then I ask my wife, hey, do you mind bringing her back?
Yeah, this isn't a book on husbands.
This
is a book on parenting, Steve. I can't help you there.
It's not a book on selfish parenting. I'm sorry. Bullying.
Yeah.
Come on, give me something.
Bullying is a big deal, right? So what do you want your child to do? You want your child to stand up for themselves, but you also want your child to be the good person for the other child being bullied.
Sure.
The last thing you want to hear is you get called into school that it's your child that is the bully. But, you know, if you think about it, you don't want your child, I mean, who are you raising? You want to raise a good person, right, Steve? So you want your child to be the person that says, hey, first of all, not contribute, and then stand up and say, hey, stop it, that's not right. So how do you get them there? You teach them what's right and wrong. You do that in every area of your life.
How about up to the target?
If they have a target, you tell them to stand up for themselves. Actually, somebody did a great thing. I think it was Bill Cosby years and years ago. You know what I'm talking about? He did this thing. He said, when somebody bullies you, you say, so? And I did that with my own kids. I said, just try that. See,
how about if they're physical with the kid?
If they're physical with the kid, you have to go to an authority immediately and get that taken care of.
You have to go to an authority?
Your child should stop and get where is it? Is it school or is it somewhere?
Not physical back?
That's an opinion, right?
I'm sorry, what neighborhood did you grow up in?
Actually, Brooklyn, worse.
I grew up in Newark, you grew up in Brooklyn. Really? Is that what you heard? Go to an authority?
Well, the problem today is that if something happens,
You're
it's
right.
a zero tolerance.
You're right.
So
the kid who responds has got a problem.
the kid who hits back is also, so they're both suspended or whatever the school rules are. So what you want to do is you don't want to, do you want your child in that situation anyway?
No.
Okay.
No, you're right. By the way, I'm plugging this again. Parents ask, experts answer, nurturing happy, healthy children. Let me give you another one. Friendship. I want our kids to have friends and be not so much popular, but have everyone around them and everyone. It doesn't always work out that way. Why?
Because we don't let them play. We interfere. We don't let our children play. Play dates. Seriously? Play dates?
You didn't have them in Brooklyn?
No, I did not have them in Brooklyn. But the thing is, right, so now we're the adults saying, oh, I like that mommy or I like that daddy, and we're going to have the kids play.
We don't, and you're not.
And we don't, and you're not. Play is if I could say we should tackle one problem, it would be play. Because they're too involved in video games, and
video
technology.
games problem too, combined with play.
Exactly. So when they go to their friend's house, what are they doing? They're sitting there like
video.
this, right?
So they're not really together.
Exactly.
So they don't know how to talk.
None of them. None of them. Socialization. Would you stand outside a middle school or high school, and they all come out, and they're talking to the person that's right next to them? It's really a problem. But technology is, as a whole, in fact, in this book, it's not only the evergreen content, but it's things like video games and families at dinner. And you go to a restaurant, what do you see?
Messing around.
Exactly. Some restaurants actually do this really great thing. They say, put your phones down, and the first person to pick it up, you pick up the check. I love that.
I love that. We make our kids, I ask our kids what's the most interesting thing that happened at school today. They're tired of the game, but I force them to play.
Right.
We make them talk.
You just change the questions. Change the questions.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
What are you telling me? I'm boring?
I don't meant for me. I meant for the kids.
How many kids? You have kids?
I have 2 children, and I have grown adult children.
You love what you do.
I love what I do. I love what I do because I'm not judging people. I'm just saying I know it's a really hard job, and let me get other people to help you. Again, that's not me. That's 35 people that contributed to that book. Every question has at least a few answers, and they're thoughtful answers. So sometimes, we focus on the kids, but Dr. Vicki Panchione, who's a wonderful supporter of parental wisdom and is a great contributor to the book, this one mom is saying, oh my gosh, I yell all the time. And she said, Mom, you need a little time to yourself.
A few seconds, go ahead. A few seconds, I'm not yelling, go ahead. I have a few seconds left. Mom, you yell all the time. I have a few seconds left, go ahead.
So you take time for yourself.
That's it. You got to do that. And there's no one answer.
There's no one answer.
Would you come back and talk to us again?
I would love to.
Can I talk to you off camera about my kids?
Yes, of course.
Tina Nocera, I love you.
I love you too. Thank you so much.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, MagnaCare, Josh S. Weston, TD Bank, New Jersey Natural Gas, New Jersey Manufacturers, and by Fedway Associates. Promotional support provided by the Star Ledger, powering NJ.com, and by Commerce Magazine. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.